Hello, welcome to Ryno's Orioles Report. Well, it would have been nice to go into Houston and hand them a sweep, and the Orioles had a chance to do it in the third game, but sadly, just bullpen being too taxed is what really got to them. Starters have not been able to get too much length, so got to pitch all them bullpen arms quite frequently. See, here I'm on MASSonSports.com. Let's get into the first game. It's a barn burner to the very end. Well, it kind of felt like it anyway. See, the Astros and Orioles trading blows, getting runs in several innings for each team. Take a look here in the top of the ninth. This big old 3 right there. That's right. Cedric Mullins' 3-run home run off of the Houston closer. 2 games in a row, Mullins has the game-winning RBI. It's very good. He's one of the veterans on his team. He's definitely one of those players that is very capable at playing at a very high level. Haven't seen it too much this year because of the injuries. Hopefully it does appear that he is finally getting his legs back healthy again. And this is the first game. This was Monday's game. Baltimore Orioles 8, Houston Astros 7. This from Minute Maid Park. Keep wanting to call it Enron Field, but that was a long time ago. Henderson Rutschman won it, batting 1-2 again. Seems to be the norm. Really does. I think it fits. I really do think it fits. Henderson 3 for 5. No RBIs, but 3 runs scored. Rutschman 1 for 4. 2 RBIs, 1 run scored. Ryno Hearn 5 for 5. 2 RBIs, 1 run scored. Austin Hayes 1 for 4. Did walk once, also scored once. Mullins 2 for 5. 4 RBIs, scored once. Hicks 1 for 4. Did walk. Oh, that's right. It's another goofy game where Brandon Hyde shuffled the lineup around and lost the DH again. This was a goofy one. I think it took Brandon Hyde maybe 5 minutes to explain to the home plate umpire what changes he was making. It was actually very funny. Pretty sure he used all his bench pieces to the point where James McCann had to play first base. And Kjerstad had to play left field. Sometimes that's what you got to do to win. And win close games like this. So, I'm not even sure what kicked it off. Who started DH this game? Kjerstad. Kjerstad started at DH. He went 2 for 5. Where did he put him at? So Hayes went over the right field. Hicks. Oh, that's right. Hicks came out of the game. That's why. That's right. Hicks, while sliding into is either second or third, I don't remember, ended up getting his foot caught a little awkwardly, and what they're calling it is hamstring cramps, if I'm not mistaken. So, nothing too major, but he did need to come out of the game, and the Orioles were without Ryan Mountcastle, who had not gone on the injured list yet. Shocker, Ryan Mountcastle went on the injured list. So they were down 2 bench positions. A lot of finagling with the roster. McCann did not get an official at bat. Westberg did start, and he went 0 for 3. Frazier came in late, pinch hit, and then played second base 0 for 2. Kjerstad Somewhat surprising. He is kind of a, how do I want to say this? He's got a very long swing. He's a power hitter for sure, but he's a very long swing. But he's getting his hits. You can see 2 for 5 here. One of the reasons why he wasn't one of the ones that came out of lineup, because he's actually been hitting. Whether it is because he's young and new and there isn't a book on him, we'll see. The league usually does tend to make adjustments. Mateo 1 for 3, did score a run. Santander actually had the night off in this one. Pinch hit, did not get a hit, but then Arias had to come in and play the infield. Whew. I guess you can see why the home plate umpire would have been a little confused as to what was going on. Mullins, O'Hearn, Rutschman doubles. Henderson triple. Another triple for Henderson. Mullins home run. Orioles did have a few errors in this one. John Means got the start. He went 5 innings. That is part of the problem. It doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like John Means has the length yet. He's getting there. He did throw 86 pitches here. 5 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 3 walks, 1 strikeout. It's not a terrible line. But him not being able to get through more innings causes you to overuse the bullpen. Here's Fujinami in the 6th inning, only gets 1 out, surrenders 3 hits, 3 runs. Not great. Webb in to finish off the 6th inning, does get the 2 outs, but gives up a 1 hit, 1 run, and walks 1. Does strike out a batter. Coulomb comes in relief of Webb, pitches 2/3 of an inning, gives up 1 hit, 1 run, and 1 walk. Mike Baumann, next in line, pitches 1 1/3, gives up 1 hit, 1 run. Bullpen's giving up a lot of runs. They are very heavily used, and they're probably close to their breaking point. Perez, after Baumann, 2/3 of an inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Cano gets the last out for the Orioles. 1/3 of an inning pitch, no runs, no hits, no walks. Strikes out the guy. Very nice. Mike Baumann actually gets the win. He gets his 10th win. Happens when you're fairly reliable and can have the length out of the bullpen. And you have a team that comes back all the time, it seems like, anyway. All right, next game. This is Tuesday's game. Orioles 9, Astros 5. A little bit more of a cushion in the later part of the innings. Rutschman actually gets the full day off in this. Like, holy shit. Wow. Henderson leading off 1 for 5 with an RBI. Santander gets moved out to the 2 hole. 2 for 5, scores twice. Ryno O'Hearn, just off of his 5-hit night, 2 for 5, 2 RBIs, scored twice. Austin Hayes, 2 for 5, 4 RBIs, scored twice. Cedric Mullins, 1 for 4, walks once, scored once. Kerstad, 1 for 4, 1 RBI, scored once. Frazier, 0 for 2, but walked twice and scored once. McCann, 1 for 3 with an RBI. Mateo, 0 for 4. That one's a little disappointing. Santander had a double in this one. Austin Hayes hit 2 home runs. It's up to what is this, 16 now? O'Hearn hit a home run, and Kerstad hit another home run. Second career home run already. Hasn't even been up here a week yet. He's a power hitter. Big long swing. Mullins, 2 stolen bases. What I said, it does appear Mullins has his legs under him again. Frazier, stolen base. More errors. Everybody's getting tired, it looks like. Kyle Gibson is starting this one. Can't even make it 5 innings. 4 2/3. Only had 83 pitches, but lots of innings. So, what did I say? For 4 2/3, yes. All right. 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. It's not terrible, I guess. It's the runs that really kill you there. The hits and the walks aren't too bad. Especially if you can, maybe get a few double plays behind you, which the Orioles did get 2 double plays here. DL Hall pitches 2/3 of an inning in relief of Gibson. Actually gets credit for the win here. Doesn't give up a hit. Does give up a run. Wasn't an earned run, but he gives up a run. No walks. Strikes out 1. Jorge Lopez in next. 2/3 of an inning. 1 hit, 1 run. Earned run. Jack Flaherty. That's right. Jack Flaherty, after his most recent performance, has been moved to the bullpen. He pitched fairly well. I kind of thought they were going to leave him in there. He did come in the 7th inning. He pitches full 7th inning and the full 8th inning. If he had been able to pitch the full 9th inning, he would have gotten a save because he pitched the last 3 innings of a game that his team was already winning when he came in, and to the last out in the 9th inning, you won, obviously. He only gave up 3 hits in those 2 innings, which isn't terrible. Struck out 2. Cano starts out the 9th inning, gets the first 2 outs in the 9th inning. Does give up a hit and does give up a walk. Left-handed batter was up next, so Brandon Hyde went to his bullpen in Perez. This marked if I'm not mistaken, they mentioned it on the broadcast. Melanie Newman or Kevin Brown, I think maybe, mentioned that this, between Cano and Perez here, this marked the first time Brandon Hyde went to the same reliever 3 nights in a row. Bullpen is getting taxed. Well, but I mean, you can't blame him when, starters are having trouble going more than 5 innings. But you got the win. Wednesday's game. This was a day game. Part of the reason why Rutschman wasn't in the lineup Tuesday, because it's either you have Rutschman in there Tuesday or you have Rutschman in there Wednesday. You wouldn't be able to have him in both. Got to give him some time off. So Rutschman catching Wednesday's game. Orioles 1, Astros 2. Henderson 1 for 4. Actually struck out 3 times. Rutschman 1 for 3. Did walk once and scored once. Santander 2 for 4. 1 RBI. And that was in the first inning. That was it. Just about all of the Orioles offense was in the first few batters. O'Hearn 1 for 4. Mullins 0 for. Kerstad 0 for. Hayes 0 for. Frazier 1 for 4. Arias 0 for 2, but did walk once. Orioles struck out 13 times. It's not great. Santander, Rutschman, Henderson, doubles. Santander actually stole a base. Rutschman technically gets an error in this because of catcher's interference. Would have been a strikeout, but the batter tipped the glove. Disappointing. Kyle Bradish got the start in this one. Finally, a starter that could go more than 5 innings. 6 full innings pitched for Kyle Bradish. Gave up 2 hits, no runs, 2 walks, struck out 9. Makes you wonder why he was even taken out of the game. Well, he threw 100 pitches. That's why he was taken out of the game. Webb in relief. Pitches 1 full inning, which would have been the 7th inning. No hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Fujinami pitches a third of an inning here, which would have been the 8th inning? 8th inning. Gets 1 out in the 8th inning. Doesn't give up a hit, but does give up a run. Walked 2. Baumann tries to keep the game tied. Well, he's fairly successful at that, pretty much. He did end up blowing a save. Yeva pitches 2/3 of an inning. Why did Baumann let the guys on? I think Baumann let the guy on, and that's why. And why doesn't Coulomb get... I don't even know anymore. Ugh. 2/3 of an inning pitched by Baumann. 1 hit. No runs. Did walk 1. Struck out 1. Coulomb. There's some of these names that are usually very reliable, and it's just them pitching too much, I think. And that's got to be what it is. And it's late in the year. So you got all the innings you already pitched stacking up behind you. And in the moment, you're pitching a lot. Because your starters are going through a bad stretch where they can't go. They're having trouble going more than 5 innings. Coulomb coming in the 9th inning. This would have been the Astros part of the 9th inning. Yeah, why does Baumann get the blown save? Did he allow Fuji's run to score? I think that's what it is. I think he... Of course, I don't know why we've gotten a blown save. It wasn't even a save situation. Well, I guess it was a save situation. However, on to Coulomb. In the 9th inning, trying to keep it at a tie game. Not that the Orioles pitching staff really wants this to be a tie game and go in the 10th inning and have to pitch more. Coulomb gets credit with 1 out in the 9th inning, gives up 2 hits, 1 run. And that was it. The Astros walked it off. Hard fought to the bitter end, even with a very taxed bullpen, and this player hurt, or Hicks not available. Mountcastle had to go on the IL. By this point, Mountcastle had to go on the IL. McKenna was recalled, and McKenna was available for this game. The series is very much a very potential ALCS preview. And the Orioles were able to win one game pretty much almost going away by, 4 or 5 runs? Whatever it was. Yeah, 4 runs. The other 2 games came down to the wire. Orioles were able to beat the closer one night. The Orioles not having their closer hurt them. Even their second closer, they didn't have him. So it does show that there is depth there. They do have a lot of arms they can throw out there, but they do need more reinforcements. Tyler Wells, it was talk that potentially Tyler Wells should be showing back up with the team to get some bullpen innings. He's at the point where he really doesn't have too many more innings as a starter in him. He's over his career high in innings, but he could get you maybe 5 to 10 innings down the stretch, hopefully. All right, let's get into an article written by Rock Kubatko. Orioles are in Cleveland. Game will start in about an hour and a half or 2 hours or however long. Magic number, and this is Rock Kubatko saying this. Orioles' magic number is down to 7 to clinch the American League East. And in the single digits now. That's pretty good. And here Rock says that Hicks is back in the lineup, scheduled to play right field. Rodriguez will start tonight, so hopefully some length out of Rodriguez. And I did mention Mountcastle on the IL with some kind of inflammation in his shoulder. Hopefully he's not out too long. All right, let's check the standings out. Part of the reason why we're down to the Orioles' magic number being 7 is we are... What are the Orioles at? 142? 152. 152 games. So that means 10 games left to play. Right? Well, let's use the schedule to help us. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 games set with the Guardians. That's why. 2 against the Nationals, 4, 6. 4 more with the Red Sox. That's 10. So 10 games left to play. That's why the magic number is 7. You would think, oh, well, they're 2 games up. That would be... Wouldn't the magic number be 8? No, because the Orioles beat the Rays in the season series. Therefore, if they tied, the Orioles would win. Or at least win the East. And you can see here, Tampa Bay is still 2 games back. Toronto Blue Jays are still hanging around, but as you can see, they are 10 games back. They haven't actually... Yes. Yes, the Blue Jays have officially been eliminated from being able to win the American League East because, again, with 10 games left, even if Toronto won them all and the Orioles lost them all, Toronto and Baltimore would be tied, but Baltimore Orioles hold the tiebreaker with Toronto as they won that season series as well. Very close to the end of the year. All right, and as I said, 4 games set with the Guardians. Thursday's game set for 7:15. Friday's game set for 7:10. Saturday's game set for 6:10. Sunday's game set for 1:40. Wow. Okay. But again, 1 o'clock-ish game on Sunday. Do y'all not know football is on right now? Schedule the game later. There are less football games on around 4 o'clock. That's okay. Whatever. Where is Cleveland even at? Well, Cleveland's kind of fighting for a wild card, but Cleveland is under 500, so really look for the Orioles to get... I just hope they play well and I hope they stay healthy. No more injuries. That's all we know. That's all we want. All right, let's get out of here. What's the schedule? Okay, so Monday. That's a good point because I do the... All right, don't know when the next show is going to be. It's either going to be Monday or Tuesday before the Nationals games. I may want to do the Ravens Monday and Orioles Tuesday. We'll see. This is going to do it for this edition. And I didn't ask to like and subscribe early in the video. I forgot again. Oh my God. This is going to do it for this edition of Ryno's Orioles Report. Be sure to like and subscribe. I am the Angry Ryno, and this is Birdland.